ABC6 weather brought to you by the Preserve Sporting Club and Resort.
All right, everyone, we've got a really busy forecast, so let's dive in here. Starting with the Providence Skycam, it's already gray, has been all day long here on the camera and really all across southern New England. And we're just starting to see some of the changes as this storm moves closer and closer. One thing that hasn't changed, temperatures, they've been relatively stagnant and really struggling to get past 50 degrees today. It's 51 right now in Westerly, that's nice and all, but it's 50 in Newport and New Bedford, 49 in Providence and Smithfield. And for the record, our average high this time of year is about 71 degrees. So talking about a 20-degree difference at the end of the day. Overnight tonight, we're still a little below average here for your lows, mid-40s as we wake up tomorrow morning. But the big ticket item, of course, going to be the increasing rainfall. And that's what we're going to see all throughout the day on Thursday. By the way, the temperatures, they stay stagnant once again. Upper 40s, low 50s, a little bit cooler by the coast. That's where you can expect the numbers to begin with a 4 for the most part here. Now, let's get through it here. Our late season nor'easter. What are we talking about? Well, let me just get this out of the way. It's not snow. We are looking at rain across the board here. Now, widespread rain, heavy at times. Gusty winds could get upwards of 35 miles per hour, especially along the coast and in high elevation areas. We also could see some minor coastal flooding possible toward the end of the day Thursday, considering the tide coming in. That's something we're going to be watching for here. And localized street flooding is not out of the question. I don't think this is a huge widespread issue, but it is something to prepare for as we head into the next 36 hours or so. Let's start out with satellite and radar here close to home. There's not too much happening, at least a little mist and drizzle for the south shore of the Cape, parts of South County and the South Coast. Starting to see more of the same here. The clouds are widespread, but the big stuff, the energy, it's really off to our south and west right now. Eventually, this moving through the Ohio Valley will come to the coast, and that's when our next area of low pressure forms and eventually becomes that coastal storm, that nor'easter. Now, that really gets going as we get into Thursday morning, but expect a couple showers between now and then. Nothing super heavy or super exciting here, as we'll say in the world of meteorology, but as we get to tomorrow morning, that's when things start to change. Heavy rain beginning early in the morning, so as you're getting out for that morning commute, as you're getting the kids off to the bus stop, it's already going to be soaking wet, and this just continues throughout the day with rounds of heavy rain. I really think the heaviest of it is between about noon and 5 p.m. That said, there will be heavy pockets even outside of that, again, starting early in the morning. This storm continues to drive rain, gusty winds as well, really throughout the entirety of the day, and it takes till very late Thursday night and early Friday morning for this system to lift up and out to our northeast back into parts of Atlantic Canada and leaving us a little bit drier. Still a few showers around for the first half of Friday, though. How much rain are we actually looking at here? Well, for the most part, between about 1.5 inches and 2.25 inches, depending on where you live. I don't think these numbers are going to change too much. That said, if the storm shifts at all, a couple miles in either direction, these numbers could look a little different, but really that's what I'm anticipating at this point. Now, in terms of that coastal flooding potential, again, this is especially as we get through, give or take the time frame of 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. tomorrow afternoon and evening. Again, as the tide comes in, and not only do we have the rain and the wind, but the tide working in favor of that coastal flooding as well. This is not a widespread concern here for parts of the South Coast and South County, Newport County, Bristol County, but it's something I really want you to pay attention to. Now, what does that mean for you? Well, some little ways you can prepare yourself. Again, this is not an end of the world thing. It's a nor'easter. We've done this before a time or two, don't you think? But I want to make sure you're prepared for bad weather. And you can do that by bringing in your outdoor stuff, your patio furniture, your decor. You don't want your wreath blowing down the street with the wind tomorrow. Clear debris from any storm drains around you. It makes it a little bit easier for that water to flow. And never, ever, ever drive over flooded roadways. Turn around, don't drown. You do not know the integrity of the road underneath the water. No surprise, we are in storm tracker alert mode tomorrow. Now, this storm again lifts up and out as we get into early Friday morning, and things ease up pretty quickly. Temperatures slowly rebound. Get a little more sunshine for the weekend. Stray shower possible Saturday, but Memorial Day looks amazing. Sunshine, low wind speeds, and temperatures in the low 70s.